Yeah, good morning. It is Friday. If you've been watching the channel the last little while, you know I've been just running like an asshole. Busy, all over the place. A couple of viewers even made the comment, hey, you got to get some real work done. You can't just keep running around like that. And I have been. I have been doing work on the Fargo and something else. I'll show you that in a minute. But I'm doing the guy a favor. The place was sold, the property where I got the Nova, and it closed this morning at 9 o'clock. So I had to make one more run there. I didn't have to at first. It was I left a couple of Camaro bucket seats behind, and they were pretty ratty, and I wasn't even going to bother going. But had a voicemail, and I checked it out, and it was the guy that sold me the Nova, and the message was that he found a whole box full of parts, all the dash parts for the Nova. They were in the basement of the house. I thought, and he thought, they were in the trunk. They're not. So, and I had to go. So anyway, I zipped down there. I picked up all the parts and grabbed a few other things that were there because they were just going to throw this stuff out anyway. I grabbed a couple of Chevy small block heads. Loaded valves, everything's in them. They look pretty clean, pretty good shape. Nothing fancy. There are 327 heads. 172 intake valve on it, I think it is. Anyway, whatever. They're good heads. So I grabbed them. Some wheels. I grabbed those buckets. And yeah, that's about it, I guess. A couple of 14-inch trim rings because they're getting really hard to find. 15s, no problem. They reproduce those. 14s, I don't know anybody that makes them. So there were two of those. I grabbed them as well. But yeah, like I said, I have been working on the Fargo. I have been working on other stuff. And I'm going to continue to do so. The thing is that I was trying to keep it interesting by showing some of this other stuff that I'm doing, because this is all sanding. All of it, 100%. And how many videos are people going to watch of me sanding? It's the same thing over and over and over again. Kind of dull, kind of boring. It's boring to do, never mind to watch. So, like I said, I'm just trying to keep things interesting. I'll show you where I'm at, and then I got some other stuff I want to do. It's a nice day today. It's fairly mild out. I got to straighten out some stuff out in the yard, get that done. And a couple other things I got to get done. So, yeah, we'll just take a look and get after it. All right, so almost done the blocking on the driver's side. So pretty soon I figure I have about an hour and a half left of sanding, and I should be ready for the final coat of primer on both quarters. So there's a bunch of hours there. Also, remember these guys, 37 Pontiac. I had to sand these out again. This will be the third time I paint them. There was an issue with the clear, both fenders. I don't know if it's trap solvents or what it was. It's this time it's on me. So I did something wrong. I don't know what. The rest of the car is so friggin' nice though. I mean, it's mint. The fenders need to be right on the money as well. So I'll be respraying those either tonight or tomorrow. Parts, there we go. So here's all the, got the gauge cluster here, glove box door, all the wiring that goes in there, the switches, buttons, knobs, doodads, all that stuff. It's all in there. So that's a complete dash. That could have been a very expensive mistake leaving that behind. Bunch of V-belts. Automotive V-belts are getting hard to find. Everything's serpentine now. So there's a whole assortment there, and they're all brand new. So I grabbed them. Here's the Chevy heads. I believe it's 327 out of a truck, from what I could tell. I had a real hard time finding the numbers. I only found one little kind of YouTube video on the exact same number as these heads, but nothing listed in the Chevy sites or the, running numbers for blocks and heads and all that stuff. Couldn't find the numbers, but from what I understand, they're 327 heads out of a truck. Let's see here. Oh, jeez. You know, as you can see, everything's pretty clean. I grabbed them because the valves look big to me, but I don't know. I guess they're not. 172. I mean, still good heads. And then the rest of the stuff's still in the box of the truck. Like I said, the buckets are pretty crusty and what have you. But as it's warming up, I might go outside and do some stuff for a little bit. And then I'll get back on sanding this and finishing it off. I was pretty aggressive with this fender this time. I went with 400 wet, sanded the whole fender down. I'm just going to go over it with 600 a little later, and should be ready to paint. So that's where I am on that. Fun, wow. You know, this is the thing about painting in a garage, folks. You know, it's not like having a paint booth. So expect to do a piece or two or three more than once. Just the way it is. But like I said, I got to get these fenders done and out of here. Things are going. Oh, by the way, both flatheads. I had them here and there. Both flatheads moved already. Only hung on to them for about a week. That's not bad. I figured I'd be have them things hanging around here most of the winter, but they went just over a week. Same guy bought both, so that's another item gone. So that's good. So like I said, it's been a zoo around here. Been busy, but I'm gonna try and give you footage that's interesting and carry on. So there we go. Okay, so first thing I'm going to knock down, or finish knocking down, this 32 Roadster. Get it put in the shed for the winter, because the guy's not picking it up till the spring, or arranging for pickup till the spring. So I'm just going to cut it here. I already cut the other side. Take out the rest of the wood, and everything should separate. And then we can put it in the shed, put it away. So yeah, I'll carry on with that, and then maybe get on the coupe. I just want to wire that up with some baling wire so it doesn't flop around. But we'll get this done first. building it. Okay. All right, I'll just cut the rest of that off and put her away. All right, so the Roadster's knocked right down. I'm gonna take it and put it in my little shed hiding in the trees over there. And yeah, it'll sit there till the spring. The guy who's grabbing this, like I said, he's not arranging for pickup until springtime. So I told him I'd put it away inside the shed somewhere for the winter. This stuff here is pretty much good for patterns, templates, that sort of thing. And he knows that. He's got a YouTube channel, Trad Rods and Customs, TRAD, Rod and Custom. He's out of Oregon or something. Anyway, he looks like he's pretty creative, pretty handy, pretty good at fabricating. Well, he's going to have to be, because there's going to be a boatload of fabrication to do on this thing. But it is what it is. Says he can fix it. So when he does get it, can't wait to see what he does with it. So yeah, there you go. So now I'm going to direct my attention to the coupe. I want to wire that thing all together and get it movable. All right, so here I've got a roll of baling wire, some pliers, a drill with a bit on it, and I'm just going to wire this thing up as much as I can so that I can just pick it up as a unit and move it out of the way. I'm probably going to put it just ahead of where the Roadster is right now, behind my Model A. Put it on some rims or something, you know, just keep it off the ground. And yeah, go from there. So I've got a whole roll of wire here. Should be enough. Rock solid. Up, 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 up. And we've been getting lucky with the weather. Sort of kind of stays together. Okay, I'm gonna drill a couple of holes and a couple more pieces of wire, and this should be good to go. All right, got it all wired together. You know, there, screwed together, whatever. There's wood still in there, and I've kind of picked it up-ish, and it all sort of stays together. It's wired down there and back there. So, and I just made it because it's actually starting to. It's like freezing rain, snow, sleet. Just got dark in a hurry, you know, it snuck up on me. But I'm glad I got that done now, so next time a buddy comes by, we'll pick it up, we'll bring it, and I don't know, put it somewhere over there. I don't know. Anywhere but where it is now, can't stay there. Even right here somewhere, clean up all this crap. But yeah, so I'm glad I got that done. I don't have to do anything else out here for now. Move some crap around, tidy up a little bit. Supposed to be nice on Monday as well, so I'll take advantage of that day when it comes. All right, so I'm glad I got all that crap done, and it's still early, so I've got you know, good 6-8 hours of work left I can do in here. So I'm going to finish sanding on that Pontiac fender, get that ready for paint, and hopefully wrap up the other rear quarter on the Fargo. After that, I got to sand the dash, get that ready, and then I'm going to be ready for primer pretty quick. Still got to finish the inside of that other door, rear door, but we're moving along. I want to get those Pontiac fenders painted and out of here. So, and I know he watches the videos, so he'll be happy to hear that it's finally getting done. been here a while. Just that it's been an absolute zoo for the last 3 weeks, and plus I haven't been feeling good and all that crap. But you know, like my dad used to say, excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one, so it doesn't mean a damn thing. Uh, anyway, like I said, just got to get this stuff done. And like I said, once a buddy of mine shows up down the road later this week or on the weekend, give him a hand. I'll get him to give me a hand to move that 32 somewhere in the back out of the driveway before I have to start shoveling around it and all that stuff. So that's that. What else? Oh yeah, looks like I may have sold my Mopar. I'm not sure yet, but a guy is flying all the way in from northern British Columbia, so that's about 3,000 miles. I don't think he'd make that trip if he didn't intend on buying the car. So we'll see. I'm supposed to land on Tuesday. I'm gonna go see him at his hotel on Wednesday morning, drive him to a couple of spots, and so he can do what he's got to do, because he wants to drive the car home to British Columbia from here. So he's got a hell of a trip on his hands. Oh well. And yeah, so there's that. So like I said, you know, between that, flipping and loading the flatheads and blah 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 blah, it just hasn't stopped. But things are winding down now, and I should be able to just concentrate on stuff in the shop. So anyway, that's where it is. If you like the content, please subscribe. I'm only 202 away from 5,000. They've been coming in pretty steady. Thank you very much, and welcome aboard all the new guys and gals. Yeah, so help me get to that 5,000 number by Christmas. That would make my Christmas extra special. Anyway, like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't be shy, leave comments down below. And I enjoy the comments. Been getting a lot of them lately. I think it's because of the nature of the content. There's a lot of guys that are into Chevy 2s. There's a lot of guys that are into Tri-5 Chevys. A ton of guys are into 32 stuff. That stuff never gets old. I was online last night looking for, you know, original body panels that might be for sale, or maybe just a body shell or what. There's nothing. There's nothing out there. Anytime I did find one, you looked at the date on when it was posted, it's up for auction or up for sale, it was like 5 years ago or 8 years ago. So nothing recent. I haven't seen a damn thing, not one. There was one that actually went across the border to the US from Ontario. It was a nice little 5-window coupe, but again, it was 2000, so 5 years ago. Doesn't do me any good. Almost 6 years ago. So like I said, there's just none out there. Reproduction panels, well, that'll break the bank. So I'm hoping maybe I can hit some swap meets in the spring and maybe get some stuff, get some panels that way. I know there's guys that go there with cut up cars all the time. At least they used to a couple years ago. So I'm assuming that's what they do, and they're going to keep on doing it. I'm hoping. So we'll just sit on it until then, see what happens. Yeah, that's about it. So if you're not doing anything else, get out of the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.